the seats of this amphitheater are slowly filling in. Dark, shadow-like creatures sort of sit huddled under their cloaks amid the rain and the wind. None of them seem happy to be here, but it's difficult to tell when a darkling is actually happy or not. That smirk being a permanent scar on their faces. Stage fright has sort of gone up onto stage, and and sort of seems to be directing the lights and the backdrops with a wave of his hand, as a series of goblins behind the scenes and above the scene work diligently in a well-ordered fashion, well-oiled machine, to say, to bring out different backdrops and props along the lines. Here, as he waves, a multicolored spotlight moves across the stage to red, was it red, green, and blue, I think, as they merge to make a one particular white light above him. And he goes, "Revelers, be welcome to this a most tragic tale told in honor of our most benevolent lady. Tonight you shall hear the tale, a tragedy of Twilight." And as he gives the slow introduction to the tale, Mina, Ysdred, Tavaren, and Plum, as you're sort of looking through this, I think Mina, you've got what are all your history scores? So what is your passive history, I should say?
3 + 2, and that's int. So
well, no, just look at the number that you have next to history.
Yeah, +2.
+2, +1.
+5.
+5. Tavaren?
2 as well.
2, okay. Yeah, Plum, as you're starting to realize, wait a minute, there's a way how Stage Fright is describing this. He hasn't written it. Or at least you're starting to wonder if you've heard this story before, but it wasn't a story. Right? It's like reading the synopsis of a play and realizing you read it in a newspaper. Something's a bit off here. But you could be wrong. Behind you, again, reciting their lines, almost as if it was the first time they heard it. 3 actors have stayed along with you to play different parts. And in the role of the king, Gragnum, a small, gruff, goblin, but he's always picking to a set of spectacles that are situated on his nose. He has a strange accent and does not speak like any. He seems to be very well spoken for the usual goblin that you've met. The same way the half-elf Elanis and Halgar, the dwarf, seem to be from different stock or different. They are bizarre for your standard of dwarves or elves. All of them different accents, but in a way that you would maybe think that they're not from Faerun, or certainly not from the Sword Coast. We meet our main characters, and as Stage Fright also does sort of the role of choir in a way, sort of invites on stage the king and his bride-to-be. Ysdred, how is Ysdred attired to be this princess-to-be, queen-to-be?
she would be like very, very Renaissance, with a lot of gold and burgundy, and because weddings at that time were not white,
Mm-hmm.
so a kind of opulent and a lot of accessories she's not used to carry, but she's putting with.
The way they set you into this outfit, it almost it's almost like a suit of armor put around you, basically, right? It's it's the basket dress, the corset, and it's basically it opens at the back almost on a hinge. They push you in, they close it to the back.
She's very much clad in her corset costume.
Right.
Yes.
Is there anything that has been what does the makeup look like? Are you wearing a wig?
Probably not a wig with the lot of hair she has.
Mm-hmm.
And she wouldn't have let them touch her hair.
Okay.
But the makeup is here and she's not happy with it because she doesn't wear makeup usually. So she feels Clooney right now. But yes, so it's very Stardust and everything, a bit too much.
Yeah.
She's painted for the back of the public, like.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, this is very. As you're looking at yourself, you're going, "What the hell is this?" And Sage-Frey's going, "It'll be okay from afar. Don't worry about it."
Yeah.
As you step out onto the stage, again, you can see that there's about maybe between 30 and 50 Darklings situated all over the stage, and you can see above, again, this grim visage of almost. How should I put this? She's up there on the balcony, but the way she's looking, it almost looks like her face, as you look up, her face is bigger than the tower itself. It feels bigger than that point of silhouette up on that balcony. Almost feels like she's seated right in front of you. There's a strange perspective in a way. You're the first to sort of to brought out. Granum he's decked out as the king. He's sort of a golden paper crown. Again, the same kind of he's been put on an attire. It up close, you can see that the shirt has been mended multiple times. And there's maybe a darker stain around those areas, and maybe where you would have stage play for a knife to go through, ideal stabbing place. But sometimes they just, maybe the knives weren't props, but actual real knives, and it's sort of that kind of thing. You also notice, Ysdred, there is on your dress, it is burgundy, but probably because they don't necessarily want. It is a blood burgundy, right? Very sort of. And that old kind of blood
easy
turning
to hide stains.
Easy to hide stains, maybe, yeah. Yeah, and definitely you can see that this particular king's outfit has been stabbed multiple times in the back, because that's where all the slits are. By the way, Ysdred, have you revealed the fact that your head is detachable?
No, and I intend on playing from that.
Okay, very good. So yes, and so you probably have this very ornate, very fake, right? Tin and glass
necklace.
Sort of necklace, yeah. As you step onto the stage, Granum, in a very distinguished voice, goes, "Ha! Here we are, before gods and gods and mortals, to celebrate our nuptials, my love."
Oh my! It is so sweet of you, but please, I'm in your hands. I have something to show you. Did you see the light in the sky just for a wedding? What a rare occasion.
Hark, my love. But truly this must be a sign. Bring me my magician. They would know how to interpret this. For ill or for gain. Haelgar sort of shuffles up and says, yes, I am in. Yes, I'm. You can see the voice sort of cracks. They miss a line, as you're not exactly. So the failed magician comes up, and they are decked out in this long sky blue robe with silver and golden stars. Half of them are peeling away. A conical wizard's cap that can only be described as copyright Disney. And which is falling apart as the top of it has got the cardboard innard has gotten soggy, and so it's sort of almost melting to the side, which gives credence to this type of character. Yes, my lord, I will. He sort of rushes onto stage. Yes, my lord, I will see to my predictions immediately. Then turns face and goes back in, having only one line. Well, we should not be the only ones to see this. Where is my fool? Calling it to you, Plum.
I'll wobble and sway as you see the fake fawn legs or the fake satyr legs. So like it's fluffy pants with the fake hooves they try to put on him.
I can imagine that these are made for adults, so they're basically they are your size.
Exactly. And on makeup level, I was the makeup artist's worst nightmare because they were trying to put makeup on me, but they were failing and failing and failing. But I said nothing because I was enjoying their rage a lot. And after that, I put like a very you see from a distance, you're like, oh, he has beautiful fawn horns, but it's like a little headband that is tied behind his head with two horns. But you see like one horn is like going a bit on the side, and the other one is like, oh, they put duct tape around it. Right.
I think that there's one, as you step onto the scene, there's one of the help hands that goes no, because he's noticed that the horn is askewed, and he was just about to shift it, and you're going nope. They're just going fuck.
I think, and he has a glass in his hand also, like swaying around, and he looks to the failed magician, gives a very drinks a big glass. I would not wish you upon a toad, failed magician. And I go back.
As in, no, but you were called onto stage, right? So
I go up on stage, I swivel around, and I look towards the failed musician, and I just say, I would not wish upon you, I would not wish upon a toad. Drinks back, swivels around, and then goes back to because he said his line.
Okay. The exchange continues a little bit as, but surely
You should have hired a better. You should pour less wine, especially for your buffoon, my dear.
Yes, where is that servant? Claps twice. Tavaren, describe the way you describe your character.
Enter scene. Enter scene. Tavaren.
Tavaren is dressed as a 18th century footman with powdered wig and everything.
Hell yeah.
Which looks great on that blue skin of yours.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't fit the complexion at all. My liege, you called.
Yes, today on my wedding, I need you to be at your best. There are many guests that are to arrive.
Many guests, many guests. Who are we expecting, my liege?
Was that there's a moment where he's Granum sort of does sort of this kind of gesture, and you can see that on the inside there's a list of names.
Nice.
Which he sort of repeats. Well, we are awaiting Tannery. The list. And Plum, you know these names. The kingdoms are real. They are from these. So they're not in Faerun. This is not from the Sword Coast, but the Witchlight Carnaval travels dimensions, right? And you realize that these names of these different kingdoms or places are somewhere from. This is.
Yes, the city of Sigil.
No. Well, I would say you would remember this being Greyhawk from the planet of Earth.
Because Ysdred is not far from me, you see like visible concern, like, oh. But it continues to.
Yeah, this is basically a history play from another world.
Yeah.
Though, from what you're gonna, we'll see later if the. But yes.
There's a list of names.
The list of names. Mina, how do you? At what point do you enter and how?
Mina's character being basically a guard, or maybe, probably rather a captain of the guard or something, will come back with Plum, who has escaped the stage, hold almost underneath her arm, like, or really by the collar, say, like.
So remember, you were honorable knight risen from the dead.
Yes.
And as comedic effect, you actually see the legs going like at the same time.
And as a costume, Mina, just like Ysdred actually, is basically wearing a full suit of armor with a helmet, and that in a way just has a false. So the helmet is open, and there's just a false painted skeletal head rooted on the inside of the helmet, so that you see that it's an undead, but with the minimum makeup possible because it's faster. So she has very, very poor sight right now. Because there are pinpricks for the eyes, and that's it.
I think
so. If you're stumbling, it's not the acting; it's you finding your footing, right?
Granum goes, "Oh, Lord Soth, we were not expecting you so soon. I apologize. Have you found your lodgings to your liking?"
She will bow most aristocratically, and
there's a creaking as the
yeah.
No, is there creaking, because this is probably not metal, right? This is cloth.
That can be arranged.
Oh, right. Absolutely.
I am the sound box. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so Mina bows and thing. Ysdred adds the squeaking. Or to be fair, Mina could do it herself. There's a cantrip for that. It's called prestidigitation.
Yeah, which I think both of you have.
Yeah.
No, I have thaumaturgy.
Oh, okay.
Which is different.
And we'll say, my lord, I arrived most precipitously to celebrate this fantastic and joyous evening. congratulations to you, lady. Congratulations to you. And thank you for your welcome.
Do you put any effort in the voice, or is it that Mina's voice coming out from underneath the undead helmet?
There is going to be an attempted raspiness.
Okay. You are not the DM. I am not expecting any voice play from my character, from my players anyway, so...
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
No worries. Like I said. Okay. Yes. It is... We have been blessed with the gods appearing, that new star upon in the sky. And again, yeah, I think the failed magician sort of moves in again on this line. I think the Granum has to repeat the line twice, or he has to repeat the line, sort of moving towards. And you hear, I think from the back, I think sort of maybe a slap or a push, and Helgar sort of stumbles onto the stage. My liege, I may have news with regards to that particular that star, as it is maybe more than a blessing, but a potence of doom.
A doom?
Doom, you say?
How dare you? Do you wish your king and queen ill?
Any second, but my predictions never fail.
But in the end, two truths are always told. A lie is sure to follow. So be careful what you say.
This is where the first act would fall. Is there anything that you wish to add?
Yeah, no, for now it needs to continue.
I mean, I was also setting up
Okay.
my line,
Yeah.
but then you.
Oh, sorry.
Yes,
Yes, go on.
character, and I was like, I had one line,
Yeah.
because when they said, like, I asked for the guest list.
Oh yes, the guest list.
And they gave the guest list, and then my response would have been, knaves, footpads, and liars. I'm in good company.
Nice.
Which, to be honest, could be in response to that particular. It could be response actually to the less to the legion.
I liked it better to mock the legion guest.
The guest list.
I am mean spirited after all.
That is correct. Mina, you were about to say, you were saying something?
Yeah. So the false magician just announced portents of doom.
Mm-hmm.
And the scene would go like Ysdred reacting to it. What does the king say or not say, or how does the king react?
The king would go, I would not have you spread rumors on this most fortunate day.
And Mina would turn, look at the false magician, yeah, grab him and say, Silence, piglet! You have squealed enough!
As the, is there a gesture, in addition? I think this is where Lord Soth would come and decapitate the magician.
Okay.
At least is a very menacing. Yeah, it's a tragedy, so yeah, he would be decapitated
Right.
for bringing bad news.
Kill Cassandra. Again, there is a prop sword. You made sure of it. There is a...
No, she has a humongous prop sword at her side because, of course, it's got to be humongous. It's
Oh,
part of the
absolutely.
play.
This is Cloud's Final Fantasy
Buster Sword.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
go!
Of course, it's cardboard, right? And as you swing it, it wobbles as the Helgar takes the strike, falls backwards, and one of the stage hands basically has a bucket of... You're not exactly sure, but you're pretty sure... Well, you're not exactly sure what it is, but they were mopping it up earlier on stage, and just basically throws it onto to sort of simulate the splash of blood coming from after the strike that just happened off stage, and the curtain falls. That is Act 1. Stage Fright goes back up on stage and goes, with the portents no longer available and the revelers blind to the doom that awaits them, they can only look up at the growing star and revel in their ignorance. Scene goes. So how does this? Who would be the first two on stage?
So where are we exactly in
So
the
this
act?
is
So
the light grows bigger and there is lively discussion speculating at what this means.
So this would be the reception of
Yes.
the wedding, basically.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe
We can
the
go
jester
first.
or the
Can go
jester
first.
and the jester and the servant might
I-
might be having a party on stage.
Let's go with
I
that.
don't know.
The servant and the jester. Plum, you want to open us up?
Crap. I'm playing. I'm also playing Plum with a -1 charisma in the same time. That's why I'm trying to fuck it up as much as I can. At least it's a good night to drink in the end, because I could not wish for a better time, I think.
Well, is this really the best time to be drinking?
Well, I could not wish you upon a toad, but drinking, let's forget the problems of us all.
I warn you, my patience has sunk. You are constantly drinking and you need... I understand that in your line of work, it is allowed to have some leniency, but you have to also be able to do your work.
A fate that I accepted with all my heart, but drink I shall, to forget my impending doom.
Well,
This time the half elf, so Elanis playing the Queen Mother, comes sort of steps down, and the backdrop is, where would the backdrop be representing? Would this be the kitchens, the sort of the servants' quarters? Where is this?
yeah, service quarters, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the again. This has been hastily painted. The paint is not dry on the back. With the slight drizzle that has started, you can see that some of it has been sort of slowly, the backdrop is melted. The paint is melting down, right?
Oh.
Look, they get paints, but they don't get the good kinds. As she goes, "Oh, well. This is where you are, fool. Would you not be better served pleasing the court and go upstairs and entertain? The conversations are turning into a unflattering subject. Please, go amuse them now, this instant. As for you, turning to Tavaren as the servant, I expect you to be seen but not heard.
Give him same bow at the same time as Tavaren.
Not saying a word, of course, because. But a very mocking bow.
The two of you are ushered. I think you had your lines for this one. So you two are sort of ushered out, and there is the canvas sort of rolls from one side to another, indicating the queen sort of as she mimics walking upstairs, and the ballroom. The ballroom scenes comes into play, and here we can see as she joins a conversation between the princess and the undead knight.
Okay.
My lady,
My lord.
once again, congratulations on your nuptials. Well, wait,
Okay.
is it the princess? Because
No,
the
you're
princess
talking to
is
yes.
Ysdred?
Yes, I thought you were talking about to the Queen Mother who had just arrived, but yes, no,
Okay,
this is you were
because
talking to.
you said the princess.
Yes, she's marrying to the king. The Queen Mother is the king's mother.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. No, because okay, I mixed it up because I thought you were saying you are talking to the king,
No,
to the princess, and so to be
yes,
princess
so
was
Mina, you are talking
Ysdred.
to Ysdred.
Okay. Just to make sure. My lady, congratulations again on your nuptials. I must confess, I noted a certain lack of enthusiasm in your demeanor during the celebration. Or was I wrong?
My lack of enthusiasm. Would you imply maybe a correlation towards an incoming doom?
Or maybe towards a groom?
An impending groom. I like it.
I am much more. Well, the day is ruined. So, what would you want me to do? Smile and wait for this?
Who says that portent had any truth to him? However, I will be obliged to bring you happiness in any way I can. So please, my lady, tell me what I must do.
Happiness. You would like for me to find happiness, while on the contrary, I acknowledge all of your faults here. The servant indulging somewhere, someplace. The jester who is not cracking any jokes, not doing his duty. My future king, who is God knows where. His mother, I'd rather not talk about. It's just you and me right now.
There is an ooh along the side, as quite clearly Elanis, the Queen Mother, has been standing there very patiently. By the way, you have been brought in slowly. There's a contraption as you were standing on a wheeled platform that is slowly being moved into position. There's just where you are, you can't really move because there's a hand rail, for use to hold and not trip. But you are slowly moving in front, implying that the Queen Mother is basically walking in your direction. And as you say, I would rather not talk about her, the contraption stops, the Queen Mother is there, and you hear a ooh coming from the audience, understanding that, yes, she is standing right behind you. I think the line would be... Are you happy with your lines? Both of you?
Yes.
Yes.
I think the Queen Mother will go, well, if you would rather not talk, then you would be the second that I would advise to stay silent. Ooh, again goes into the crowd, and the curtain drops. Okay.
Ta-ta-ta.
This is going very well, guys. Congratulations. This is fun. I want the art on my desk by Monday. As the stage fright comes back again, very excited, realizing that he won't necessarily need a fourth act because this one is actually going great. And goes up and goes, right, okay, to the ending. Yeah. We moved to, well, basically the third act was the filler arc, right? But apparently it's been going well. And so you move directly to the finale. Right, okay. Yeah. The kingdom is now aware of its doom, as the star has revealed itself as a portent of death and promise of death. As he sort of gives again the explanation, as this meteor is about to erase this kingdom from existence and from memory. As we come up to, as the curtain opens on the final scene, we see everybody's on stage, right? Including the magician, who is being held by the king almost in a... So you have to imagine a dwarf being held by a goblin, which is about 75% of his size, almost like a friend going, if only you had warned. Clearly there's continuation. There's a continuation error, as the scene between the two was supposed to be the end of whatever happened in the third act, but you just moved forward. There's no context for him crying over the body of a friend, a relative, a brother, who knows at this point. The queen mother is clearly sort of struggling, as well as there's a green chalice in her hands. She's slumped on a stage, and again clearly shown to have drunk from a poisoned chalice of some sort. But again, none of this was in your lines. But all of you are on stage. Who speaks?
Mina would have the knight being slumped over the railing a bit, going, you jester! Dishonest! Tricky! Cheater! You challenged me, and now I feel like a giant stepped on my head. First wine, I will not see you again.
To play on that, now that Plum starts to feel a bit more comfortable in the acting role, he is going to use his booming voice from Thaumaturgy.
Okay.
Also with, because I can do multiple effects at the same time, I am going to use phantom sounds also at the same time to make like because I'm remembering what has been told. So I remember I'm trying to make phantom sounds of like people panicking at the same time, people dying around, and with the booming voice I say, "From darkness that approaches, my end arise. From this wound I shall not recover. You, good sir, have slain me." and I drop very, very like not professional at all, but like a big slap on the floor, like.
Yeah. There's in the background there is one of the goblins on a sort of a hand pump that starts pushing, and there are bouts of brownish red liquid that come out from. At first, did you fall on your front or your back? Front. At that point, you realize there's a wetness at your chest as you realize, like, shit, I should be on my back for this. And so you all see the corpse basically flip onto its back, and then there is whenever there's a bout of blood, the darkness sort of
hooray, blood!
Hooray. Yeah, blood. Is there? By the way, by my count, that's pretty much all the lines. Am I wrong?
No,
I still have one.
Oh, you still have one. Okay,
Yeah,
please
Tavaren
continue.
and yeah.
Do you want to go first, Tavaren?
Do you want me to get rid of the body?
Who do you address?
Anyone, basically, like, sort of, to the entirety of the people, like, oh, we have a dead body here now. Do you want me to get rid of it?
Who actually?
What for? It is doomsday, apparently. We're all gonna die.
Well, yes, but do you want to have it lying here while we die?
Do whatever you must with it.
Very well. I shall not rest until the deed is done.
Ah. And she's looking around. She rolls her eyes and says, gentle knight, please raise your sword. Hurry! Tis best I die quickly. And she's arrives, and a bit melodramatic, and she's falling on the sword, detaching her head and adding a bit of somaturgy. So there's
yes.
There is here a but there's a gasp coming from the audience as there's actually been a murder on
and the head rolls.
And the head rolls, yeah. There's genuine excitement. Anything that you could probably see a few dark. You know what? Roll me a d20. Actually, no, 2d10. 3d10, please.
Okay.
Oh well. Oh, that's a fun one.
Technically, I should if we're in theme, I should have her roll 3d8, but.
So 14.
14?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so about half of the audience basically rises to their feet and sort of applauds. Sort of applauding that. It's only when they realize, wait, so some of them wait, no, that's not real. I saw her blink. That they realize, what? This, and you can, I think because of the nature of the theater, you do understand, Dullahan. And some of them sort of sit down in a gruff, like realizing that they haven't just.
Oh,
they
man!
haven't actually yeah, it's not a real murder. These dark things are quick. But yes. By the way, is that everybody? I think that is everybody.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's. Yes.
Is there a comet? Is there actually a comet falling from the props and everything, or not?
So basically, what you have, and this is there is a very large, it's about maybe 5 feet, 6 foot tall. It is a giant moon, so circular moon, like for a full moon, at which behind they've added this sort of kite-like paper, basically to the end, and it is slowly brought down onto the stage, and there is then artificial. You hear all of the stagehands behind start screaming and yelling, and it's understood that this is the great moment. There is a bout of smoke that goes onto the stage, at which point...
it's definitely adding with prestidigitation to the effects.
Yeah. All of this is mechanical, right? You see these goblins rushing from one way to another, either pushing bellows or pushing out smoke. And as the curtain closes, stage fright goes on. And we hope that this play in 3 acts has pleased you in this day, as and pray remember the tragedy of this lost kingdom, only remembered by you here in this place. Beware the will of the heavens, and never and remember oracles. Something along those oracles have the truth, basically. Something along those.
Defy the will, defy the word.
Bear witness to us. Always bear witness to a seer's truth, and this is directly oriented towards the hag. That is definitely. And you kind of feel, and basically there's applaud. It seems that as you look up, again, this visage is sort of glaring down at you, right? You felt it closer. It feels lighter, not necessarily, less overbearing, enough for you to realize that, yes, you did well. And you guys did really well. Really, really well. This was a lot of fun for me, and I hope it was for you, and for you watching. As you step back, the stage fright sort of comes up and goes, "Good, that went really well, despite we having lost the lines for the 3rd act. I don't think they noticed."
I don't think so either.
I don't pay you to think. You did well. Could be a bit meaner, however.
I'm sorry.
That's what I mean. And again, so he did well. Look, I don't think he'd make it on a bigger stage, but this is enough. And I believe she was happy, so it's good enough. Right. Okay. Now, costume change. Grab script number 4. You, and basically is it, right, we need to get to rehearsals. And immediately, for some reason, it just keeps going. As you're basically put, each and one of you, another script. This time it seems to be a comedy of some sort, tragic comedy, as it's about these 3 sailors hanging, basically 3 sailors shipwrecked in the middle of the ocean, holding onto a coffin, and it's all about, it's a dark comedy, basically. At some point, somebody loses a leg in a shark attack or something along those lines. But
yeah, well, the deal was only one.
As such, yes. Besides, I've got my 3. You did well. And she'll want to see you anyway. So go. Points at a stage and you bring them to the audience chamber. And basically starts
Ysdred
rehearsing.
wipes her face on the dress.
Basically starts again, sort of immediately you have the three actors who seem, and now you understand it, right? These three, you did this voluntarily, in a way. This is something, a one-off. This is part of a deal.
Yes.
You realize the three others that are there, they have... I think, you know what, everybody roll me insight before, and I'll see exactly what kind of information I can give you.
Oh.
Tavaren is so happy. Okay, 19, 17, 19. So 19 for Plum, 17 for Wilhelmina. Ysdred 19. Tavaren, that's a nat 1.
Yes.
You have a +7.
They're happy to be
Uh-huh.
here.
I think Tavaren is still a bit unraveled at having played the bad guy.
I'm the bad guy.
Yeah.
I think you catch... Let's see. I think Ysdred. As you're looking to the three actors, there is that sense of... I think you catch it on the dwarf, who sort of looks at you walking away, and there is a sense of envy, maybe, or desperation, as you realize that these three are incapable of walking away from the next play. And probably the next, and the next, and the next one after that. You see them, as they've been moving about, the movement, now that they're not on stage, they are moving as little as possible, as if exhausted. As if any movement, any energy is only reserved for when they're up underneath the lights. You do not know how long they have been at this, or how many plays they've produced, they've been acted for. But these are barely more than puppets at this point. Burnout is real, thief.
So while we're walking back, you see Plum very stressed out, saying like, "That was not an act. This really happened. Just small detail, but I was traveling around with circus, and I somewhere a place called Greyhawk, I think. But this is true news. So yes, well, yeah." It was
Magic.
Okay.
yes.
You were escorted back up the stairs into that small room. Door is closed. As once again you're seated, there is that, now that you expect it, or you almost hear it, the displacement of air, that strange sort of pressure, as the black curtain sort of opens, and again that click, 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 click of walking umbrella tips, as Endelyn Moongrave comes up. Well, you have done well. You have amused me. A play for a trinket. I believe these are yours.
He reaches his hand out.
While two of the hands are still... No, I think two of the hands are sort of now still. The other two reaching down under that makeshift stage that she has at her waist. She sort of plucks, almost like opening a trap door, and sort of reaches deep inside. And she pulls out a sort of a small glass case. Wooden glass case. And inside of it, there is 3 taxidermied butterflies pinned to the back of this large case. Well, this case is about this big.
Okay.
Now, of these would be yours. However, one only. Which would you take? And that's where we're going to leave for tonight.
Ooh.
Oof. How was that, folks?
Was good.
Great.
Good.
Well, friends, foes, those in undeclared, you know the drill. If you are just here for the story, feel free to move on to the next episode or discover something else on the channel. If you want to hear us talk a little bit more about what happened and how we are going to make it big in improv theater in the next couple of months, just stick around for half a minute and we'll be right back. See you there.
Bye.
And how was that?
That was fun.
Fun.
Yeah. I've been waiting for this particular scene for a while.
Yeah, I can understand why.
Yeah, if you guys wish, there is a whole list of plays here, which, considering some of the roles that, so again, normally what happens is you roll the play, you roll for the roles, and then you roll for the lines. This here all, and then you have, it's very much up to the GM to determine, did it please, did it not please, that, you know, that kind of thing. I am very pleased, and therefore Endelin feels the same.
It's almost as if we do this for our pleasure.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh.
On a very regular basis.
So,
And I
well,
mean,
yeah.
we've got a couple of people here who are probably trained and have done a little bit of improv.
So Plum, new wings coming up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting about how he feels about it and all that.
Yeah. And how are you going to find yours?
Yeah. He's like, ooh, gimme. Yeah, you need to find the right one.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. I can punch the answer out of you if you want, but yeah, but he's. I on purpose was playing very badly at the same time because I wanted to make the effect of that he's freaking out. Like, wait, this is not an act. This is real. What?
Yeah, you're starting
And
to
yeah.
maybe realize that if Endelin is indeed a seer and she can see tragedies, you're wondering where a aspiring playwright would go and seek inspiration, and most likely in those books. So,
I thought it was interesting. It was really fun to see everyone doing the half Shakespearean hawk upon the moonlight.
half Shakespeare, half Molière.
Yeah, it was really good. Really fun.
Well, there is actually here, what was it? The Lament of a Suckling Boar, which happens to be not written by Shakespeare or Molière, but by Bacon.
Of course.
On that note, any other comments or...
Just thank you. Thank you for making a fun game. And
Thank you for participating. Thank you for being game. And on that note, thank you to those watching. Thank you for your support. Thank you for following us this far as we move deeper into Motherhorn next time, as we will have more
Still
than
have an elf to
opportunities
find.
of exploring. Yeah, there's still a couple of people that you guys need to find. So
yes.
we'll look deeper into the tragedy that is Motherhorn next time. See you then.